to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm terminally depressed.
So let's, well, you know who else is terminally depressed? Dylan Mulvaney.
I don't think Dylan Mulvaney's depressed. That doesn't look like depression. That looks like, what do you call it? What do you call it when you're self-absorbed? Self-righteousness.
Yeah, well, he's upset about Trump winning.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just like everyone else.
How are you feeling at this moment in time?
I feel scared and hopeful and a little reckless, but sexy and fun. I no longer feel like I'm trying to win over the wrong people anymore. I think that I want to find my community. I know a lot of who those people are and find some more of the good ones.
If you don't have a community, then why did you talk with Lady Gaga, go to the White House, release music that was dog shit? To say that you don't have a community, but your entire, media kickoff was through TikTok? You have a community. Just because not everyone loves you doesn't mean that you are lost.
Slow dancing with Alan Cummings. He's made an exorbitant amount of Hollywood connections, so I'm not really sure what. Scared of what? What is he scared of?
Biden leaving and Kamala not winning and Trump telling him he can't use the bathroom. That's what I've gathered from what is the new fear of trans people? The bathroom. Now it's back in full force.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now they have an actual thing to fight against. It's men who want to be women fighting actual women.
Well, speaking of that, I was scrolling through Twitter X this morning, and I found man pretending to be a woman wins Model of the Year. In his acceptance speech, he encourages parents to support their kids if they decide they're trans. He won Model of the Year. So let me just say this right out. Models are usually oddly tall, flat-chested, little boy-framed women.
I'm the first trans woman to win this award. But I can't accept this award without thanking those that came before me, and specifically the Black trans women that really fought for the space that I'm in.
They use Black trans women all the time. You won over a Black woman. Okay.
Because they don't actually respect.
They don't.
But also you have to realize that when they say Black trans women, they're talking about Black men.
Yep.
They're not talking about Black women.
Nope.
They're talking about Black men who have decided to look like women. Furthermore, it's all placating. I know buzzwords. Black trans women gave me my rights. I'm nothing because I'm white, but thank you for treating me like I'm not nothing, even though I'm white. It was so hard to be trans, but you love me for it, so I can love myself for it.
These people are gross.
Dominique Jackson, Connie Fleming, Aaron Rose Phillips, and countless more who fought for the space that allowed me to flourish today, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
Bravo.
I also can't accept this award without thanking my parents. I remember being 12 years old and telling them that I wanted to join this industry, and they met me with support. And that's something that I think a lot of other parents of trans children should follow. It gives children a foundation to love and support. It makes them want to support themselves and love themselves, even when it's not celebrated by most.
I think that maybe
I wish they got the captions right. Continue.
Right. Do you remember years ago when they were saying that Lady Gaga was a man?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think maybe she is, and that's why she's so supportive?
No. No, because she's 5'1".
Oh, yeah.
5'2", whatever it is. So she's definitely small.
Yeah.
And I think people did that to get a rise out of her because she was pro the full LGBT.
I think she's just pro-T.
But now she's very much pro-T.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason I think they were asking for that. But I don't think it has any relevance because those were just people being assholes.
Yeah.
Now we can't even kind of joke around like that. And also I want to say that one of the few things I appreciate about Lady Gaga, go back and watch those interviews where they ask her if she has a dick. She never
says she doesn't have a dick.
She's never no, that's crazy that you're asking me. She's like, would you ask any other performer this question? F you. That's what it should be.
When Lady Gaga hit balls. Not anymore, though. Now she wouldn't define a woman or a lesbian.
I think she'd be out if she was trans also, because that would be
yeah,
big for her.
fashion icons, I just want to say I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have worked with you, with your designs, your talented teams, and your stunning shoes that are always somehow 2 sizes too small. But now more than ever, it's an important conversation that should be had about how to truly support and uplift.
I think it's just baiting.
Yeah, it is.
Political baiting.
I think what they're trying to do now, all these organizations.
You know what's crazy? She looks way better from afar.
Whoa.
This is shocking, actually.
Whoa.
This is crazy. This is the same person?
That's the same. Whoa, yeah.
It's the same outfit. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. That's not true. This is like her uncle got in that dress.
She's a Monet.
Oh my God. That's a big forehead.
Anyway, transgender model Alex Alexander, who has become the first trans model woman of the year, blah, 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 gives advice to the other men who are pretending to be women models.
For the young dolls listening out there, what's one piece of advice you would give to them?
One piece of advice is you need to support yourself, and if you don't get that from anybody else in your life, it needs to come from you, because I supported myself and I'm blessed to have support in my life. But at the end of the day, I was able to get this because I believed in myself and I believed that I was enough.
She got a male urinal.
Does your hand cover your entire titty like that?
He's got some manly hands. Manly hands. So a white dude won the Model of the Year award over this beautiful lady right here, Anouk Yai. She was right there. She's right there. A beautiful black woman.
Way more feminine features. Look at how less long her face is.
Incredible small hands. So this is how white men not only get one over on women, but on black women too.
That's crazy.
But the woke people won't talk about that, though. They won't talk about how the patriarchy is not only demolishing white women, but black women, too.
This is 100% why she had to say, I have to thank black trans women.
She's not a black trans woman.
No, but this is why she had to say it, because if not, she's now the white elite racist who never ever mentioned, like, this is literally what she has to do by the social narrative that they have constructed. This is what they have to do.
Black woman.
Are you white? Did you win over someone who's black?
No.
Like,
But you can if you're pretending to be a woman.
Are you white? Did you win over someone who's black in today's society? You better apologize for being white. You better.
Yeah. Or you better pretend to be a woman.
No, I fucking think that this is completely unfair. I think that this woman obviously looks way better. I'm sure there are other women who looked really good too.
Oh, yes.
But this is the thing that I will get back into, that looks, attraction is all personal. I'm not going to be attracted to myself, but you might be attracted to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I think is being missed here. It's a modeling competition. It's about who does it the best. And am I surprised that a man came in and was more likable by the men in the industry? No, I'm not. I'm really not. Am I surprised that everyone's cheering for it? A little, because Trump's going to be our president.
I think that now that's why I think they're kind of, all these organizations are rushing to hand women's awards off to men, to trans women.
So they did it.
Their final virtue signal before Trump gets in office. It's pretty typical.
Welcome back. My glasses are still broken, by the way. I'll have new glasses next time.
Just because I was who I was. And I think
Pity win. It's a pity win.
What happened to believing in yourself and you're perfect the way you are, which is still the narrative you're pushing, but maybe you need a surgeon to get you there.
And a lot of money.
That's what you're telling them. That's exactly what you're telling them. You need to change everything about yourself so that the world will see you as something you're not and then accept you.
that's a testament that so many people need to hear and need to remember, is that, like, no matter what anybody else says around you, you are that bitch, and you will be that bitch, and you will be as successful as you want to be as long as you follow that.
Per.
I love you guys so much.
Did he just say purr?
Yeah.
Purr. It's like self-motivating talk for them for some reason. I'm that bitch. I'm a bad bitch, and I get what I want. But how many of those bad bitches are working at McDonald's?
I don't think she eats burgers.
Oh, yeah, this one doesn't. There's no success to be had in being your authentic self. There's success to be had in working hard. Did you say that? I'm pretty sure you didn't.
He didn't work hard for his award.
He
was
yes,
handed
he shoved his
award.
fingers down his throat daily for this.
Yeah, but so did the other models.
Well, you still work. I mean, it's still work. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. If you're starving yourself, it's work.
Listen, if you're a white man out there and you don't want to be oppressed by society like white men have in the past, 8 years, been on by the left. The one way you're going to get one over on everybody is pretend to be a woman. Because not only can you beat down other women, but you can beat down other black women too. So if you're a racist white man, this is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this
And you
person's-
won't even be called racist or misogynist. You'll actually be hailed as a hero.
I'm not
Isn't it crazy how the
saying-
world works?
When you apply to go into a contest, you don't know who the other contestants are.
Okay, I'll say this then. The people who gave him
Yes.
the award are the racist ones. But it makes him look racist.
That's what I was about to get to. I'm not saying he is racist. I'm not even saying he doesn't feel like a she. I'm not saying that because I don't know this person. But I'm saying that it's really fucking hard to trust anyone or to think that you're not in this organization of high elites who feel like they're better than everyone and can say these words and get away with things. You gotta step away from this. Also, if you want to have trans competitions, have trans competitions. Stop displacing people because you feel like you deserve to be looked at just like them.
Yeah. You're pushing to the side black women, white women, Hispanic women,
Asian women,
all women.
any women.
For men.
For a man
For a man.
who has paid, there's no natural beauty.
Nope. Not in
That
this
is
one.
not natural beauty.
Not in this
when you
one.
had your Adam's apple shaved down, your jawline reduced, there's no naturalness there.
Your vocal cords worked on.
There's no natural. Versus that very, very lovely looking black woman. Maybe she had some work done, but not nearly as much as this.
Yeah, this is a Frankenstein modeling competition, and he won.
Yeah, and if we're gonna have beauty contests, I mean, there should be natural beauty contests versus worked on beauty pageants, and then you can go to the worked on ones.
Well,
And
this is the
I'll
model
be
one.
okay. I'll be okay.
It's like fashion model. So so if this guy is wearing and modeling women's clothes,
He doesn't even have the figure.
are these only for trans women? Like the clothes he's wearing are just for men who think
They
they're
used
women?
to say that fashion designers only design clothes for petite, boyish looking women.
Very tall.
So it makes sense that the model that you guys,
Chose
the model that fits your clothes best is a man.
is a man.
No breasts. That's why even like that they're popping out.
He doesn't have the natural
Curvature.
female model body. The boobs are too big, no hips, penis inverted. Nothing female about this fella right here holding his urinal. But
Go back to RuPaul.
that's the way the cookie crumbles. And this poor lady lost out. I mean, not like poor lady, but when it comes down to it, the women who are being shafted for these men, I wish they spoke out more. I wish this woman was like, these people are just misogynists. They hate women. Do you think America or the world, do you think they're more racist today and misogynistic after this whole trans thing has run amok? Or do you think they were more racist and misogynistic before?
I think that the conservative / Republican people used to be quite racist and no longer are. Whereas liberals, in an attempt to no longer be racist, have made themselves completely racist. And I'm saying that as a Hispanic woman who is a lesbian.
And the same thing with the misogyny, too.
Yes.
By trying not to be
Misogynistic. They've completely been misogynistic.
horrendously misogynistic.
Whereas most conservatives, even in my growing up, they didn't see you playing with boy toys and go, "Oh my God, I got a fucking queer on my hands." They didn't do that. They were like, "Oh, she's just playing with boy toys. Whatever, she's playing, having a good time." They're not as hardcore. Gender's this. If you're a woman, you got to do this. If you're a man, you have to do this. They're not. If you're black, you're this. If you're Hispanic, you're this. They've really opened up quite a bit. Whereas the left, the liberals, they have really closed in on the things that they said they hated.
Yeah, they're really exposing their racism and misogyny by blanketing it as trans.
No, they're doing all these things in the name of recovery and equal rights and protection for all and all
Equity,
this.
yeah.
But what they're doing is they're disadvantaging so many other people. They're reinstating racism. They're reinstating misogyny because now if I was a little kid playing with tanks, they would tell me maybe I should be wearing boys' clothes all the time when I want to wear a dress on my birthday.
Yeah. So racism and misogyny win once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's
The
their
only way-
last hoorah.
The only way to get rid of racism, sexism, this genderism that you guys have going on is to stop doing it. Stop talking about it. Stop even acknowledging it exists. Because it will happen naturally. If you are straight, guess what? You're going to come out straight no matter what. If you're gay, trans, whatever it is, it's going to happen. You don't have to focus on fixing it when they're kids. You don't have to focus on fixing it when they're adults because it will happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I had a really gay roommate, and he might transition one day, and it would make sense to me. But if he doesn't, then good. And that's just, no one's ever been like, you're trans, because that would with his head.
Yeah, I think it's time that we just eradicate all this, the transgenderism from female boards.
Competitions.
Anything that involves just females,
Yeah.
that should involve just females. Men shouldn't be involved. I don't care how mentally ill they are. I don't care how much surgery they've had. You can't get what you want all the time. Unfortunately, women are very pliable and they'll let you walk all over them because you can manipulate them into thinking they're doing good. But the truth is, it needs to stop, or else men are going to take over everything in the name of feminism?
Equity.
Equity? I mean, you're really shitting on every woman alive by continuing this charade, and everyone knows it's a charade, even the people who are
feel poorly. Continue.
pretending that it's authentic. All these people are just bullshit artists. They know this guy didn't earn it. He didn't deserve it. But because he says he's a woman, apparently that
Changes
trumps
everything.
the beautiful black woman, which is so insane. I'm sick of it. I'm ready for them to just go take a hike. Take a hike. You've done enough damage. We're going to look back on this and be like, all those guys who won over women, they're just a bunch of assholes. And they're not going to be looked upon as groundbreaking, glass ceiling shattering, tough women. They're going to be looked upon as the assholes who did damage to
Women's sports.
women's everything.
Women's competitions.
Everything.
Women.
Everything. Safety.
You know, like over 50% of the population, because there's more women than men.
Yeah.
Women. I'm not hoping it gets worse for you guys. I'm not hoping that your life get harder.
Gets worse for them. Nothing is worse for them right now. They're getting everything they want.
I'm not hoping for them to lose anything. I'm hoping for them to stay out of women's competitions, to have their own category, to have their own stance, but they don't want that. I'm not saying that for people who are faking it. I'm saying it for people who are genuinely mentally ill and this is how they fix their life. But those people should not be allowed to enter competitions.
Those people are different than these fellas.
Yes.
Because those people know that they can't get everything they want. They know their place. Because they're actually transsexuals. They understand the gender ideology
Which is why I
eradicates
say
them from existence.
It's unfortunate that people are doing this kind of thing because the people who are actually suffering from this ailment are not going to receive fair treatment. They're
No.
not going to be looked at, and this is the problem with the bathroom thing right now. So many of the people in that community have taken advantage that now nobody wants you in their bathroom. And I'm sorry for the people who just have to pee, but for the creeps, get the fuck out.
You have nobody else to blame but your own community and allies at that point.
And our community. It's our community technically too.
I don't accept that community.
I'm not saying we have to accept it, but it's what when they ask us.
No. I don't believe it's our community more. And it can I explain?
You don't get to choose your community.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I'll explain why. Because once the Q entered and the gender entered, lesbian no longer means you and I. So we're not in there.
I hear what you're saying, but as far as the government looks at us, we are the same. Just like I'm in the Hispanic community, even though I don't have a Hispanic community. Just like I'm in the gay community, even though I don't really have gay people I hang out with. It is not something we choose. It is something we are put into. You get to decide if you want to flourish in your community, but you don't get to choose your community. You don't get to choose where you live. You don't get to choose the people around you.
But what if I pretend to be straight?
You're gonna suck.
Ew.
There you go. You ain't pretending to no one.
I hate this. And I want it gone.
That doesn't mean I'm wrong.
The transgender, the T, has nothing to do with females, biological females, the trans men. Has nothing to do with that. It is all, every single issue has been pushed and made worse by men who think they're women and the dumb bitches around them who are pushing for it.
Are you surprised?
And I'm including men in those dumb bitches as well. Am I surprised? No, because only men could do this. Narcissistic men who think they're women. And you're doing a great job at demolishing your own legacy. Thank you.
And ruining everything for anyone who might actually be suffering.
Yep, you played yourselves.
Hard.
You think when people do horrible things that their whole life they get away with it, or do you think at some point they do get repercussions, whether it's like getting murdered or whatever?
That's an intense repercussion.
Epstein.
I think that, what was the question?
Do you think that people who do horrible things, do you think that they get away with it the whole time, or do you think eventually they get their comeuppance?
I think that if you have enough money, you never face repercussions.
That's the world we live in.
But I also think that there's a lot of people who just don't care about the negatives and keep going and going, like Andrew Tate. Mm-hmm. Where, like, the negatives might exist, but they're still going to keep going because that's just what they do. I don't know.
Life ain't fair.
I think karma is real to an extent, and I'd like to hope that maybe there's an afterlife that definitely equals out everything that happened in life. But, you know,
Yeah.
that's just optimism. I feel
If
bad
we
for
if
the...
we lose our rights because the men who think they're women took over and ruined everything, I'll probably still laugh
I wouldn't. I want to get married.
because it would just be complete irony. Like, go figure. It took men to fuck over lesbians once again.
Would not be surprising.
And you have to laugh. Because at the end of the day, we can do stuff.
Get murdered.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, like and subscribe.
Comment below.
Share the video and join our membership.
Share your opinions in the comments below.
Because there was a lot here. Thanks.
Thanks.